The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Hey.
How was everyone's Melbourne Cup?
That was fun.
I had a great day.
It was a fun day.
Did you have a great day?
Yeah, I didn't see much racing, but
Neither did I, to be honest.
went to same.
You had the early start.
Great service, excellent food. They kept filling up your glasses and we didn't go hungry.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Because it was all you can eat, all you can drink, was it?
It was kinda.
Kinda.
Well, no, it wasn't all you can eat. They'd bring out meals.
Oh, right.
Like beautiful Asian fusion. Oh my God.
It's good food, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, that was about it. And then we went up to that bar up the top after. Lost.
Yeah.
Lost. It's just open air. You feel like you're in the tropics.
Yeah.
It's a great bar.
Mm.
Anybody back the winner?
I did.
What?
Yeah.
You back the winner.
Well, it's not as glorious as it sounds. But, I've got 4 kids at home. Sarah, I said, everyone, we put in $1. Just $1 bet for everyone. And I put mine in literally at the last, it was 20 seconds past, when you can bet online and on the app. And I thought, it's not going to allow it to happen. It was paying $100 yesterday morning. It was 91 when I put it on. So I got $90 for $1 bet. So I was pretty happy with that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was me watching it by myself. I was ironing some shirts. So while you guys are having fun at same, I'm there ironing along, and then I stopped for the race and I'm like, yes! Yes! I'm like, where's my 3-year-old daughter? Sophie! Dad just won! She has no care in the world. She's watching Peppa Pig.
So good.
Yeah, I've never backed a winner before. And I'm like,
Well, they say it's the hardest race to pick.
Yeah.
My cousin's the head writer for the Sydney Morning Herald.
Did he tip it?
No, he gave me a big convoluted text message about, now back all these in the trifecta. I don't think one of them finished in the top 4. but there was 6 horses that he gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kian
But they don't
Dickens,
know.
who's a friend of the show, she was on a couple of weeks ago. We had Kian in. I sat next to her at the start. Kian's a Sky Racing analyst and presenter. She tipped it.
of course she did.
And when we get her on
So how did she
later
know?
this hour.
Mitch was just luck, right? That was just fluke.
Oh, mate, it's, me. I saw Knight's Choice, and the first thing I thought of was the Heath Ledger film, A Knight's Tale, and I'd been listening to a podcast where someone mentioned it. I'm like, it was a bit of, fate sort of in there. It just,
It's a great story. Kian's going to come on and talk about it. It's a Queensland horse.
Is it?
Kian saw it lose a maiden at Kilcoy.
Wow.
It was a phenomenal result. So she's going to
Did he get the maiden back?
So leave it.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Cliff's currently at home today. He's not going to work. Now, tell me if you think this is my fault or not.
Oh, I know it's your fault. You told me yesterday.
I don't think it's my fault still. It kind of is. To be any sort of medical professional, you have to have a license, I think.
Oh, what?
What's it called?
When did that happen?
Well, that's ridiculous.
There goes the weekend job.
The registration, a yearly registration that you've got to pay. And if you don't pay it, apparently you can't practice as a medical
Oh, it's the
professional.
rego.
A registration? Yeah, like a car registration.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
A doctor registration. Yeah. Anyway, Cliff texted me during the show yesterday and goes, "Did you see a email from such and such about my registration?" I'm like, "No, don't you get it sent to your email address now that I don't work for you?" Because, I quit working for him last year. And he goes, "No, it's gone to," and he said my email address. And so I looked into my spam account and there it is saying,
I'd have been filtered off to the one.
It's gone to my spam account.
Why does that go to spam? Yet all the crap we get in our...
I know. It's weird. So it had gone to spam and it had a couple of them saying, it's due. Then the last one yesterday said, "You can no longer practice. You are deregistered."
Oh my God.
And he said, "I can't practice again. I can't be a doctor again until I'm back on the registration, which will take 5 business days, because I've got to cancel hundreds of patients over the next." I'm like, surely you've been a doctor for 100 million years. It feels like. Can't you? Come on, they'll just let it through, won't they? Just pay your money, they'll let it through. He goes, "No, they're really strict."
Yeah, well, I guess they have to be, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's good they're strict, isn't it?
What, so his entire thing's...
So he's at home today, probably listening to the show. Good morning, Cliff.
We never get to listen to the show, so that's good.
Yeah.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Golf Central is expanding Landers Pocket, your new ultimate golf and entertainment destination. Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill's Survive the Drive.
That is all you have to do. Survive the drive. Some big cash on offer from Golf Central, celebrating their expansion. Landers Pocket, your new ultimate golf and entertainment destination.
Good. Lots more bays with the individual ball tracking. They've also got a putt-putt course out there. Didn't we go out there once and play putt-putt? That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But then they've got chipping greens, like
everything.
really good greens you can practice putting.
And to be honest, golf's just the start of it out there.
Yeah.
I like just sitting back and having a drink, having some food.
Yeah.
I like that
it's
too.
a whole thing, Susan. So good.
You get a lot of social groups out there as well, yeah.
I was just thinking about the golf. Like it's fun to go and do the driving if you're really disciplined with your golf, which I'm not. You need to practice your chipping, don't you?
Yes.
And your putting.
The short game's critical.
Oh,
so
God.
you know as well as
But do
anyone.
they make it as fun as possible? Because generally it's a chore to
It
do
is.
chipping and putting.
It is.
Frustrating, isn't it? You want to practice on the big fancy stuff,
get
the
your
huge
big
drive down the middle.
Just get the big Bertha
Yeah.
out and just
Yeah, the big Bertha.
smash it
Time to walk
300
the big dog.
300 yards.
Walkies!
Take that big fluffy cover off it. Hey,
Stand back.
the big fluffy tiger off it.
Daffy Duck.
Hey, the big, you're right. Sue's getting emotional when she talks driving.
I get really sad.
When she reaches for the Coca-Cola at 6:39 in the morning.
Oh my God, you're on the cokes already.
What's going on?
Good. Anyway, we digress.
Julie out of Bribe's giving us a call. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Julia, you want to win some money here?
That'd be very nice, yes.
Have you heard the way it works? Do you know? Or do you need me to explain it?
No, all good, all
Thank
good.
God for that. Thank you for that. Okay, so 1 yard is $1. Okay, but make sure you yell stop. Please yell stop.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
59 yards. 89 yards. 756 yards. 786 yards.
Stop.
Well done.
786.
786.
Oh,
Jules.
big
Yeah, little
Bertha.
ripper.
How good.
Very good.
I don't know how much more distance that ball had on it.
No,
That's a big drive.
We're gonna find.
big drive.
It is a big drive.
All right, let's find out.
Oh, yeah,
786 in the pocket anyway. Let's find out.
1001 yards.
That's
Come
a,
on.
Oh,
That's a
it's
good
pretty
nailed
close.
it.
Pretty close.
You nailed it.
Good on you, Julie.
Bloody ripper.
How good's that?
That'll
What'd you
help out
say?
with those-
Bloody Ripper.
Yes.
Bloody Ripper.
Indeed.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Some people know this story, some won't. I was amazed. I don't know how long I've known Don for now, but I've just been repeatedly blown away by the impact that Don's had on people from every walk of life. I tell this story very quickly. I always say if he ever writes a book, I want to write the preface that we went, myself, Don and another friend. This is Don May, global head of Domino's Pizzas, announced his retirement yesterday. Brisbane boy, Clontarf High School, started as a pizza delivery boy for Silvio's Pizzas back in what year, Don?
87.
In 1987, and then, long story short, became the global head of Domino's Pizzas, one of the biggest fast food and food companies in the world. It's a phenomenal story, and very quickly we went to the Redcliffe Dolphins' first ever home game. Myself, Don, and another friend of ours, Simon, and had a box that we sat in right next to the big box where all the heavies sit, politicians, all the big one, that Suncorp Stadium. And word around the campfire in that big box saw that Don was sitting next door, and it created an event. Like people were clamouring over each other, from politicians, premiers, the deputy premiers, heads of business. And at the same time, there was this little Brazilian kid, 18-year-old, who was serving us drinks in the box.
Okay.
And this kid said to me, hello, is that Don May? I said, yeah, it is. He goes, that guy changed my life. Like, that guy is the guy that I'm
Really?
basing my life on now. And Don had this chat with this 18-year-old Brazilian kid who could barely speak English as the heads of industry. We're almost clamouring over the divider to get to him. And that's been the ongoing narrative of my association with Don, is that the people that you've influenced And it's one of the great business stories, Don. So welcome and congratulations on what's been a pretty phenomenal career so far.
Yeah, time of my life. You know, who would have thought pizza delivery driver up in Redcliffe to sitting in meetings and negotiating with the Dutch tax office on how much tax we pay in Australia and the Netherlands, you know. So, very, very proud of, you know, at one point we were the biggest company based out of Brisbane and we're still in the top 5 and, we employ 130,000 people around the world.
Wow.
And, it's Brisbane's still home. This is where our global office is. People don't know that, at Hamilton.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of the technology and a lot of the products and strategy that are dreamt up, whether it's somewhere in Japan or Taiwan or Singapore or Germany, France, the Netherlands, wherever we are in the world, a lot of the ideas come out of Brisbane.
Did you
always have that burning desire to be better when you're a delivery driver, you know?
Yeah, actually when I was about 14 and I created my own little business, you know, cleaning windows up in Redcliffe and mowing lawns. And I remember my neighbour always saw how hard I worked and he brought me over to talk to his daughters at 14 who were about 10. And I said, I'm going to be a millionaire one day. I'm going to be really successful. Whatever it's going to take, I'm going to do it. And that's what life was about. Every time you just ran at something. And to a lot of people, even in hindsight, I'd look at things and say, this is crazy. You know, an Australian company going into France, the second biggest pizza market in the world, to sell pizza back in 2006. A lot of people went, okay, this guy's now lost it. His ego's got ahead of himself or whatever. And we're the biggest pizza company in France.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was the big break? It's like that. It is a huge leap to go from delivering pizzas at Silvio's in 1987 to being where you are today and announcing Stepping Stone. When you look back with the benefit of time, what were the big breaks?
It's always walking through the next door. So from a pizza delivery driver, I was studying to be a high school teacher. I didn't want to teach at the end of that. So I decided to take a manager job just to fill time. And next thing, managed his little business. Then I'm a supervisor, operations manager, a shareholder in that business. In Silvio's in those days. All based out of southeast Queensland. And then when we started to grow, Domino's came for sale in Australia and we acquired it, I ran it, and then went out and became a franchisee, built some of the biggest stores in the world here out of like Morayfield, Caboolture and Clayfield and Marsden, and then used the equity in that to come back in, buy a chunk of the business, become the CEO. And then we just kept running. You know, we in those days, Pizza Hut was pizza, but within 3 years we knocked them off and then we went public. And
you took down Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an institution, wasn't it?
Was,
Like
growing up. Yeah.
And that's been everywhere in the world. We've never, ever gone to a country as the market leader, and we've always become the market leader within 3 years. And sometimes the pizza business might have been there for 3 decades. And whether it's Japan, I mean, you can add every chain together in Germany, and they're not as big as our old Australian-listed Domino's Pizza. And in the Benelux, the Netherlands and Belgium, we have more stores than McDonald's. And that was we got that business for free buying France because people thought the Dutch don't eat pizza.
Wow!
And now it's just an absolute beast of a business.
Oh my God!
Why is it more successful than the other pizza shops? What is it? Is it the staff? Is it the?
It is. It's
the
definitely
quality
people.
Of the food?
Yeah, this is definitely people. But the whole thing is that. Like the way our European CEO, who was our early Dutch CEO, his thing is if the customer says, how do they do that? Then you're going to be successful. So that's delivery times, that's the quality of the product, that's the price, that's the image of the food that you're getting, so that when the customer just says, I can't believe I just got that amazing product in that speed of service for that price, you're going to be successful. And for example, the Dutch mostly ate fried food when we bought the business. So our competitor was fry shops. If you've ever been to the Netherlands, Amsterdam, it's frikandel and bitterballs and fries with mayo, and we knocked that off with pizza. But a lot of the time, it's not that it's people are coming for pizza; they're coming for a Domino's. So it's like a meal moment that's convenient. But like the Dutch or even Aussies go, well, we're doing Domino's. It's not like, oh, we're doing Domino's pizza, because it's really the whole package.
Say if you had at 17 not got the job in a pizza store, you had to got it selling TVs. For example, like your passion is so obvious. Like you can see you're a dedicated guy. If you had fallen into that industry, do you think that you could have excelled in that industry? I'm thinking
I'd be running JB Hi-Fi or something.
Yeah, like I wonder how much luck, in inverted commas, it was that you went into the pizza industry. I don't think it really would have mattered.
No, I mean, you fall in love with food, and one of the great things about Domino's is the only things that we sell that isn't ours is Coke or Pepsi around the world, and so everything else we create. So from one of my most fun jobs, I call myself the chief product officer, is that dreaming up products that don't even exist and then selling millions of them. Yeah. That's a lot of fun, right? Yeah. So anything in retail that would have gone that direction, I would have probably
jumped it.
I would have excelled it. Or, you talk about luck, you create luck, right? It's just, you just keep walking through that next door of opportunity, and then you make mistakes. Made thousands of mistakes over the years. Learn really quickly. That's the best investment, and keep going forward.
Well, we should play a song or something and come back and you can both give each other advice on retirement. Because you're both relatively young people retiring, okay? So do something, Mitch, and we'll come back and then the real conversation starts.
Okay, something fun.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Yeah, Don May, the global head of Domino's Pizzas in studio, announced his retirement yesterday. Which begs the question, what do these high-level operating human beings, Susan O'Neill and Don May, do once you retire? Like, I'm still get to... Susan, do you even know? Like, this is a conversation you two need to have a chat about.
Well, when I say retire from this show. Well, that's the point, It's funny, though, hearing Don talk, because I think my whole life I've had that passion, like getting up, like I really want to be successful. And I felt it's just starting to go, to be honest. And I'm like, I don't want to just keep pushing when I don't get up and really want to do what I want to do. So so I don't know what I'm going to do after, because I haven't got that feeling for anything. Yeah. And I really want to do nothing. But I don't know how that's going to feel. But, ever since I was 9, 10, really, I've been swimming training, and then I quit swimming and had kids. And now my kids have just finished school. And I'm like, I don't have to I have no commitments. I don't have to keep going forward. I've got freedom. It's my choice. And luckily enough, to have enough cash to not have to work day to day, straight away or whatever. So I'm like, what do I really want to do? I don't know. But I don't want to keep getting up and feel like I'm walking through oil. That feeling like you're walking through oil? Mm. But I don't know. I don't know the answer. But I don't know how you feel, Don, about...
Yeah, no, for me, I know what I want to do. I just don't know where it will be. I want to have another business. I want to do one more big thing. When you do one thing for 4 decades, can you do it again? And we never built a business in the US. And to me, that's the big commercial place of the world. So, you can have a giant business in the US and it can be just in one state. Because it's just that big, right? You can have the whole population of Australia in a city. And so for me, that's a burning ambition. I'm not going to rush and do that because I've got a year still supporting the team here. But yeah, I'm going to be kicking a lot of tyres to look for another business. That's my burning ambition. I think I've got ADD. I just can't. I'm not going to be lying around a pool or...
That's not you.
No, not more than a day.
Yeah. I want to try that. I want to try it. I don't know if it's me either, but I really want to lay down and see if I ever want to get back up again.
Yeah. Well, it's worth trying. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I don't know. You were driven by, at some point, Suze, you were driven by passion. Like your success and your elevation's been based on passion.
Yeah, and also...
And Don, same for you. Like, you're passionate about food. Like, I've never seen anyone more passionate about food.
I mean, when I go searching for another business, it's going to be food.
Oh, it definitely will be in the food.
Yeah, and it'll be, I mean, clearly nothing associated with being a competitor to Domino's, because I'm too proud of the history and I want Domino's to continue. I mean, Domino's can still double down from here around the world. But for me, it'll be a new... Like, I've been monitoring new trends. So if you get in early enough for a US concept, the other benefit of the US is that most of the world still follows QSR out of the US. So a concept that begins there potentially has legs, starting with US-centric countries, like the Japanese follow the Americans, a lot of the South American countries, a lot of the Middle East, Australia then follows, and then eventually even Europe. And so... maybe I'll get too old too fast, but I want to leave enough runway, being 55. I reckon I've got a good 10, 15 years in me. And if I can at least fire it up, get it going, whether it's just in a state in America or maybe I do something else here in Australia again, and, conquering Australia again with another concept. Yeah. Even bringing something from the US, I don't know. Just have
You're open to the options.
Yeah, yes. Just, I'm going to meet a lot of people, do a lot of, I suppose, business dating, if you can call it, where you go and sit around tables and shoot around ideas and then see something that all of a sudden you just go, this this could be it.
And what about not for people that are retiring, but like I've got kids that are leaving school, like they're at that young age, they're 20, 19, same as Sue's. Like, so for the kids that are leaving school now, about to start school this week, and they've got that burning drive that you had when you were that age, like with the benefit of hindsight, what would you say, or what would you say to a 17-year-old now who's got that drive?
I think, by the way, the first thing is most 17-year-olds don't know what they want to do. I mean, of the 130,000 people we employ around the world, most people are between the age of 15 and 25. So that's my whole life working with young people, and it's super normal to not know what you want to do. But what isn't cool is to just go and just laze around and hang out and just, think, oh, well, schoolies can continue for the next couple of years, because that will do a lot of damage. Instead, whatever you do, whatever uni course, whatever third-party learning, whatever business you jump into. I mean, I was delivering pizzas. We've got a good friend. His son works at Grilled, and he's now moving on to be a shift manager. And you're absolutely brilliant. Just whatever you do, just try to be the best at it. Just keep learning, and all of a sudden something will open up. You'll find an interesting thing that you want. The other thing we do a lot of at Domino's is internships for a lot of people around the world, because by working in, like, you might work in our data science team, you might work in marketing, you might work in social media, you might work in finance, whatever. All of a sudden you go, oh, no, I don't want to do that. Or you go, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. So just try to, if I'm a mum and dad listening to this, keep giving your kids' friends opportunities. And, whatever your business is, I'd go along with my uncle who was fitting windows when I was young. And I went, man, this is really physical. I don't want to do this.
What he did.
He's earning a lot of money, right? He was earning a really well-paid business, but, man, it was not for me, right? But you don't know until you jump. And some people, they go, no, I like working out and about and I can control my own destiny. And so whatever it is, but just keep going through each of those doorways and you may be even into your late 20s or early 30s, and then you figured it out. But what I always say to anybody, what isn't cool is to just, a gap year is fine if it's still a discovery year, but you can fall into, I'm a gappy for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
If you look in Colorado and ski fields, they're 60-year-old gappies, who just, snow bums or whatever, where they just, I mean, that's a tough life. It sounded fun at the time, but now you're in this really hard cycle, and it's look, maybe that's still fun for some people as well, but
I don't think it's going to be you. I don't think you'll ever be a gappy. Yeah.
So great to have you in here. We've got to get some news and everything, Don. Best of luck with the next chapter.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the story so far. It's remarkable.
Bravo.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are offering up to $35,000 cash back on their new homes for a limited time only. Discover how better begins with Brighton.
Okay, running a little bit late this morning, Donna out of Burpengary. We apologise for that. It's out of our hands. It's been such a chock-a-block show. There's too much stuff we need to bring.
Do you accept an apology?
Yeah. Can you forgive us?
Yes.
Good. Kids in the car, 11, 9, 7, 3. Oh, you got your hands full. Are they still there?
They are. They're waiting.
Are they up for it?
Ages for Jim.
Oh, they are.
Of course. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Well, let's not gibber away too much. Let's get down to it. We're playing for $500 into the draw for the BYD 803. All the best, Donna. Hope it goes well. Let's rip in. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What vegetable is popularly known as a spud?
Potato.
The Capulet and Montague families feature in which Shakespeare play?
Dunno.
Ancient Egyptians were said to have worshipped which common household pet?
Cat.
What is the name of the horse that won the Melbourne Cup yesterday?
Dunno.
What is 11 times 12?
22.
Stop the clock.
Oh, no.
Can we just confirm the 3-year-old didn't yell out the great get, Romeo and Juliet?
No, she yelled out carrot.
Carrot. One of the lesser known Shakespeare plays, Carrot. We're locking Carrot as the answer.
That is hilarious.
Please, no.
That was the timing of that was impeccable.
That was so funny.
Which Shakespeare play? Carrot from a 3-year-old.
You just see online when she plays through the car and hears it. You get all sorts of answers.
One day it'll be the right answer.
Let's have it, make sure tomorrow Carrot is the answer.
Yes. Yeah. Count them in, Donna. Count in your kids.
Oh, ready? What?
Oh, they blew the speakers.
They blew the speakers out. One more go. 3, 2, 1 them, Donna.
3, 2, 1.
That was good.
Nice.
Yeah. You're doing with 4 there.
It was like the Von Trapp family.
Yeah.
You know,
I mostly heard bring in the carrot.
It's time to bring in the G-I-M-P. It's time to bring in the G-I-M-P. It's time to bring in the gin. It's time to bring in the gin. It's time to bring in the gin.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
That reminds me, it was so bizarre.
How
The
bizarre.
other day, when Alfie came in, Luttsy said Alfie's coming in at 7:30 or whatever. It was just yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 minutes later on my social media, on my Facebook page, I got an old clip from Canberra v Brisbane in like 1993. Like just the highlights of the game, which Alfie, of course, was in.
Yeah.
Kevy Walters all ran off all the rest of it. In the commentary, so 93, Rab says, "Hold the phone!"
No.
As Kevy busted through
Really?
a gap because Sterlo or someone was talking. So he's had that expression for who knows how long, but at least since 1993.
Does he say it to get the other commentators to stop talking?
Yeah, so
I
I
never knew that.
would say that he was talking to Freddie. Freddie was on the sidelines.
And then Kevy or Alfie made a break.
Someone happened.
Hold
Hold
the
the
phone, Freddie!
Oh, wow.
Just love it.
Love it.
All right, you ready, Suze?
Yep, let's go.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What vegetable is popularly known as a spud?
Potato.
The Capulet and Montague families feature in which Shakespeare play?
Romeo and Juliet.
Ancient Egyptians were said to have worshipped which common household pet?
Cats.
What is the name of the horse that won the Melbourne Cup yesterday?
Knight's Tale.
What is 11 times 12?
132.
Stop the clock.
How
What?
was that, Donna? Oh, I don't know if I got the times table correct. I think I did.
You did. You did. 132 is the correct answer for that. Donna said 22. She was way off.
I don't know what I was thinking.
1-0 Suze. What's the name of the horse that won the Melbourne Cup yesterday? Sue said Knight's Tale. That's wrong.
Oh, is that wrong?
Donna said, I don't know.
What is it?
That was wrong too. Knight's Choice.
Oh, yep.
You were close.
I blame Mitch.
But
Yep.
no cigar.
That's why I bet on Knight's Choice, because of the movie A
Because
Knight's
the
Tale.
movie Knight's
Yeah,
Tale.
Yeah.
Ancient Egyptians were said to have worshipped which common household pet? You both said cat. That is correct. That's Sue's. Cat voice there. 2-1 to Sue's. The Capulet and Montague families feature in which Shakespeare play? Donna said carrot. Suze said Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is correct. 3-1, Suze. The vegetable popularly known as a spud. I bet you she was answering that question. I think she heard vegetable and took that long to register. And then she just
carrot.
yelled out she yelled out carrot for the next one. What vegetable is popularly known as a spud? You both said potatoes, but it's a 4-2 victory to Suze. And it
Well
means
done.
we'll be worth $600 at 9 o'clock.
On you, Donna.
Get in the cave, Luttsy.
Come on.
Yeah, well, we've been talking up. There's been something new in there.
Yeah, now, yes, and I'm just going to walk down the back here. Now, I don't know what's been happening. They've readjusted. Oh, here it is, yes. 4 tickets to see Gladiator 2, starring Paul Mescal, Pedro Pascal. I always get those two confused. Now they're in the same bloody film.
Yeah, it's unfair.
So Paul Mescal is the Irish fella, and Pedro Pascal isn't Irish.
That's right. He's the Mandalorian.
He's the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Directed by Ridley Scott, exclusive to cinemas on November 14. So 4 tickets to go see Gladiator 2. And I'll tell you what, I'll also throw in a $100 good-looking rooster voucher, home of the world-famous Le Coq Salt.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Knight's Choice taking out the cup.
Yeah.
A win
And
that
then-
no one predicted.
And then the only people that I know that have backed it was Mitch for $1, but that was like an omen bet.
Yep.
And then Luttsy said that Kian Dickens from Sky Racing, the Gilgandra gal,
Yep.
that she tipped it like for real, for legit.
I sat next to her and didn't back it, but I guarantee
You didn't back it. And Kian
Dickens, Sky Racing analyst, the most astute judge of horses I've ever met, I might say, tipped it and has a great connection with the horse as well. Kian, good morning.
Hey, team.
Now, explain exactly. I mean, I still think you did tip it, but I thought you were just getting emotional about a horse that you love more than a tip. That's why I didn't back. I don't feel like you expressed enough to me that I need to back this thing. Now, answer that allegation.
I don't know. It keeps happening with us. Like, I work for Sky. It's what I do for a living. I don't know how many more times I need to tell you.
Just listen,
when
Luttsy, listen.
I mustn't be a good listener.
Is it true that they bought that horse for $85,000?
Yeah, they did, and it's a pretty cool story. He's only a tiny little horse, and he was actually beaten in a Kilcoy maiden, so a country maiden race. So. Things weren't looking great for him, I guess, in the sense of what his return was going to be on their investment they outlaid. But that was the run that really caught my eye because he got back in the ruck and just how he found the line was really good. Anyways, then he went on to win his next 4 in a row. They were offered $3 million for him from overseas, knocked it back, and people tore him to shreds for knocking back the offer because nobody thought he was going to reach the heights that he did, and yesterday he sort of beat the world, so good on him.
That's an amazing story.
Kian, you were quite emotional, Kian, because it's a local connection you have. Well, it's a local, the jockey, like Robbie's obviously Irish, but he's based up here. Talk us through why you were emotional about it.
He would have to be my favourite little racehorse, and I have always, I guess, profiled that horse and was happy to go out and say probably about 12 months ago that A, I think he'll win a Group 1 and B, I think he's very, very special because he had this really good asset that a lot of stayers don't have, and that was his turn of foot. He's got a really sharp last 600 sprint, whereas when you get up over trips, horses tend to sort of just be quite one-paced. And this little horse, he just has this really great sprint and he's able to defy mathematical odds. Luttsy, we were talking about how races are run, and sometimes if they go really steady up front, it could be hard for the back markers to make ground.
Which is what happened yesterday, right? I remember because there was a group of us standing there and we were going, geez, going really slow, which means the back, that's better for the front runners, right?
Correct. They get away with what they call, cheap sectionals, and they're able to sprint again, and the damage is all done up front, and the back markers mathematically can't reel them in. And this little horse just has this turn of foot, and off I was watching him the whole way, and he was making this weaving run through the ruck, and he just needed the splits to come, and they were opening up like the Red Sea.
Yeah.
And
it was still 6th or 7th, and what happened was Kian started punching me, literally going, wait,
that's not cool, Kian.
Here it comes, whacking me.
That's not cool.
I've got bruises, whacking me, here it comes. I'm like, what are you talking about? And somehow you called it pretty early that it just started, as you said, just manoeuvring its way through the field.
Finish. So how much do they get for winning yesterday?
I think they take home $4 million.
Oh, wow. And think about that, Suze, because these are not super rich people, it sounds like, that that bought this horse for $85,000 to knock back $3 million.
Be hard to do.
Cash. Every time the horse goes out there and runs, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
That's an incredible story.
Do you know the jockey as well, Kian?
Yeah, so Robbie Dolan is a really cool little Irish fella, and he actually was a finalist on The Voice.
Oh, was he really?
I was saying that yesterday.
Did someone track that down?
Have we had him on? I've got some memory of that now.
Yeah, he's a cool little dude, but we find him a little annoying because he's always singing.
Is he really? Is he really?
Oh, he's a real, he's a little bugger sometimes, actually.
How much did he pick up, Kian, for riding it?
So I think he gets 5% for the prize money, and then he gets his normal riding fee too, which is $257 or whatever it is. So, and then he would have got a sling. So,
right. And then he said he was meant to be riding at Ipswich tomorrow. He said, but I don't think I'm going to make that. That makes sense, actually, because he said that he was talking with one. How good was Billy Slater, by the way? Like, if you haven't seen it.
Everyone was going off at the lunch about Billy Slater. Everyone wants to marry him.
He's a gun.
That's one of the great appointments of all time, isn't it? Like, he's going to keep that job forever. Like, he's unreal.
Oh, yeah.
But
I think the difference with Billy is he was asking the right questions.
Yeah.
It's always about asking the right questions off the back of interviewers. He's not telling them what they already know. He was asking the right questions. I thought he was fantastic when I watched it back.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
He's a gun.
And one of the other Irish jockeys said to Robbie Dolan, who won as they were going back, said, "You'll get to meet Ronan Keating now."
Like, that's the highlight. Oh, God.
Thanks, Kian. You can catch, again, Sky Racing, the best in the business, Kian Dickens.
Yeah.
She does it again.
That was great.
Thanks, guys.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Nick is on. Nick is on. Nick is on. Who is on the streets? Nick is on.
Cha-cha.
That felt good. How'd it feel on the bandana, Nick? That
Felt
sounds
very good.
Yeah.
Felt very good. Felt fancy even because now I'm here in the heart of fanciness in Brisbane, James Street, outside the front of Palace Cinemas. Because when you want to go to the movie, sometimes you want to see a movie, but sometimes you want to see a film.
Yep.
Which I know you know the difference.
There is a
between the
difference.
two.
A film.
There
I think it's
is a difference, and I think all of us here in Australia, we grew up watching, I'd say, equally as much British film as American, and I think the British style. It spoke to us a bit more, understood it a bit. So we've always had a great sort of place in our hearts for British films, and that's why the Russell Hobbs British Film Festival has come back. It's here. It's come to Palace Cinemas, opening day today, and some incredible films are going to be showing. You'll see them in cinemas later, but part of the British Film Festival here is you'll get to see them first. And Palace Cinemas, they just do it a little bit better. You feel like you're really, I don't know. I used to go to Palace Cinema when I was a kid down in Melbourne. I loved it, absolutely loved it. So either Newstead or the Barracks. I'm down here, as I said, in James Street. And Mitch, I'll defer to you here because the films coming out.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to a lot of these, and there's something really for everyone. Straight away, We Live in Time, Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. Me and my wife cried in the trailer to this film, and it's still looks hilarious. It's called We Live in Time. You would have seen, there was a viral sort of campaign. You would have seen like the golden horse on the carousel on the posters.
Oh, yeah.
But it was, this looks incredible. If anyone knows the film About Time, and those that know, it's a beautiful film. This really has a lot of shades of that, but honestly, there is something for everyone here. Luttsy,
What's
your
it called?
favourite?
Yeah, who was my favourite?
It's called We Live in Time. Your favourite, Saoirse Ronan.
Oh!
Yep. Opening night film tonight,
What?
Luttsy.
Yeah.
Blitz, it's called.
Yeah, it's called Blitz. It's Steve McQueen directing, and it just depicts these incredible moments of World War II in London. So it's old and new. It's mixed together, and Florence Pugh holds it together beautifully.
And Steve McQueen's the what?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
The what? Director?
Yeah.
Steve McQueen from The Great Escape.
Well, not that. Another Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen's
Steve
on it.
McQueen. Okay, right.
Directed by Johnny Rambo.
But honestly, there is something for everyone. For Susie, Widow Clicquot follows the life of Nicole Ponsonnan, the Grand Dame of Champagne, who created Veuve Clicquot, one of the greatest houses of champagne ever made. That'll be out there as well.
Great story.
Also, Ash, got something for you here. There's a retrospective and I guess a modern showing of Blur, their rise from Brit rock to Brit
that's
pop.
cool.
How they've, I guess, re-come back. So it celebrates everything we love about British film, the humour, and I was going to say, this is sensational. Now, if you guys want to get in the mood for it, one, for you guys, I've organised some British movie snacks to be brought into the studio right now to get a taste for it.
What?
Yeah, they should be coming
Here
in.
it comes.
That's right. Little surprise.
Black
Here we
pudding.
go.
So some black pudding.
No, hopefully not.
Don't eat that in the
never eaten
cinemas.
that.
That's your cue, producers.
Yeah.
Bring the
Producers, come on, we practice this.
Where are they?
I mean, all natural. It's all natural.
Here they come.
Here we come.
Here they come.
Fancy.
Alicia's coming in as we
What
speak.
do we got? What do we got for you?
Oh, caramel.
Thank you.
Caramel
There's
wafer biscuits.
pretzels.
Oh, wow. You've gone the whole hog here. Yeah.
Pretzels.
Yeah, I've got pretzel. Is that wafer biscuits? Caramel wafer biscuits. Oh, they look good.
Nick, are all the movies at the Palace, or is that where I see Veuve Clicquot?
All of the Palace, yes, you can see it at Palace Barracks or Palace Newstead here in James Street. And for those that want to come down as well, we've got 5 double passes to give away to the Russell Hobbs British Film Festival. Call 13 24 10 right now if you want to get your hands on these. See these incredible films before anyone in the height of fanciness as as well.
Yeah, so many other great ones.
I thought Nick would give me a packet of tampons, but it's actually
it's a packet of fruit Tisane.
Yes.
What's Tisane?
Tea. Yes, I don't know why. But
don't mix them up.
Oh, Suze. Can you imagine?
Everybody's jiggling.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Throwback throwdown time, guys.
Yeah.
Flip it. What are we looking at?
Oh, it's a year that
96
relates to something Luttsy has in his lap at the moment.
Now, Mitch,
go into more detail, please, really quickly.
I know 96.
Very quickly, Mitch.
Coaster from the Sport Australia Hall of Fame dinner.
He texts me saying he wants me to have these. That was in the family,
probably your dad's actually.
Family jewels. He's plucked this from the family jewels.
Put them in your lap.
Obviously, Wally went to the Sport Australia Hall of Fame dinner. 1996. I got 87 and also 89.
That's so
metallic
good.
Drink coasters.
Retro.
Straight to the pool room?
Yeah, I haven't got one, but it was pride of place in the lounge room. Thank you.
No worries. They might have been listening to this at the time, you know?
I love this song. Deep Blue Something.
That's it.
I love this song, but I think
there's so many good songs from this year.
I think I've picked this before and it's gone badly in this.
Well, I'll tell you what I love.
Double down.
Oh,
no doubt.
I mean, this must have been the year she burst on the scene. Gwen?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick... I've got my choice of Savage Garden.
Oh, okay.
You're locking it in.
Which one is it?
I Want You.
Yeah.
You locking it in?
Yeah.
She's locking it in.
Hey, by the way, Suze, I think we're going to be talking to Darren Hayes in the coming weeks. He's got a new book out.
Good.
I think he's coming into the studio.
It's called Unlovable.
To talk to us. Yeah. How good was Savage Garden?
So good.
Logan Boys.
Yep.
Listen to this.
And that first album was massive. The hits that come off that.
You know, I went and saw, it would have been in 96 too, was the Pumpkins. And they got 1979. I saw them at Festival Hall.
This is one of the... Is this
like old school Festival Hall?
Number 11 there. 1979, The Smashing Pumpkins. One of the great songs. One of the great songs.
Good. Billy Corgan. Come on. Do you reckon this would hold up?
I just know, I feel like we've done 96 a couple of times in the past, and I know that I've got some of my favourite songs that have... The votes just haven't come for them.
Well, can I tell you what I reckon one of my all-time favourite songs is... One Headlight.
Great song.
Bob Dylan's Kid.
Yeah, Jacob.
Oh, F it. I don't even care. I'll lock this in. This is a great song. Yeah, Bob Dylan's son.
This is
a good song.
Yeah, Jacob Dylan. The Wallflowers is the name of his band.
This will get less than 10%, but I don't care.
You're doing it for love. All right.
Can I play one of my favourite songs? I don't think it'll vote well. Santa Monica, Everclear. Great song. We Can Live Beside the Ocean. You got it there? No.
It is a great
I reckon that'll go all right.
I've got it. You know what? I'm going hard. I'm locking in this song. What a great band.
Yeah.
We've already touched on it. We've already played a little bit. I actually think I am going to go for Gwen. I love this. I love this when it came out. 1996. Won't mention how old I was, but huge track. I was 10.
Oh, you're 10. Oh, my God.
Don't show off. Why do you do that?
I said I wasn't going to do it.
Susan, you would have loved Mel Bainbridge's mouth.
I did.
Because of the overtones that she speaks of.
I did look at that one, but I don't think it...
Listen to this.
I do. Don't waste it.
I'm on Defeat JM. Don't waste it.
Have your vote. That's not going to be one of them. Okay. Let's let this ride out.
Upside down. Wow.
Yeah, what that means.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Susie's 6 weeks of celebration.
Yeah, final weeks of Suze on the show, and we're going back through some of our favourite moments, and we've touched on some pretty big ones the last couple of weeks. And
we have.
I thought of a good one just the other day. Remember Missy Higgins?
Yeah.
Remember Missy Higgins came in and we sang My Heart Goes Boom together with her.
Yeah.
And she sang Night Minds for us.
Night Minds.
That would have been a good
Out
one.
at
The Alliance.
Alliance, yeah.
Anyway, is that the one for today?
it's not the one today.
No, it's not. But
Yeah.
That would have been incredible. If you know what, if that had been the one for today, I would have gone, this is rigged.
yeah.
Like it would have been too
Yeah.
Too planned.
Too perfect, yeah. I wouldn't have bought it, actually. I hope it's not that one.
Is it?
It's not that one.
What
No,
is it?
look, we're going back to our time at Fukuoka and the lead up to it because Sue's, known for being a champion, known for breaking records, and you had a little something extra before our trip to Japan.
Mission Swim Possible.
Susie O'Neill made a spectacular comeback. The Olympian swam her first race in almost a quarter of a century, breaking a new world record.
Pumping through strongly, probably where the great British athlete closer to camera is right there with her at the moment. It's O'Neill and Ware. I don't think Nakayama or Akita can win from here. O'Neill slightly from Ware. Is she going to hang on? Geez, I tell you what, Ware's sticking in there. O'Neill needs to finish on strongly. It's stroke for stroke. O'Neill and Ware. O'Neill furthest from screen. Can she get it? She needs a nice touch. She gets it. O'Neill in 29.08. New world record. A new world record, Ashley Bradnam. A new world record.
I'll tell you what.
Wow.
The swim was great. The call was excellent.
Commentating was very good. Very good.
Goosebumps.
And the competitor Ware was great. So she was the English girl, and before the race, because I was really nervous, and I was like hyperventilating and being an idiot. She grabbed me by the shoulders and goes, "Just relax, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
In, out."
She probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Because you beat her.
Yeah, she would have beaten me if I had just kept my usual frenzy that I was going
I think
with.
she got us in the relay.
Was she in the relay?
I think so.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
know.
she did my leg, third leg.
Oh. She got you in that leg.
Yeah, she made it known as she left the pool as well.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Oh, God. They always hold a grudge, those British swimmers.
Relays. Relays wary. We got you where it counted.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Susie's 6 weeks of celebration.
Okay, 3 lanes left. I'm trying to work out which lanes we're up to, but you know what? I forgot.
I saw a diagram. Someone actually printed out a diagram.
Anyway, it's going to be fun. It's tomorrow. Come down to Yeronga Pool, 6 to 9. We'll be there broadcasting.
You've got lanes 1, 7 and 8.
Left.
Yeah, left.
Okay, so we must be up to lane 7. So Antje from Wynnum, you're in lane
Hello, how are
Hey,
you?
how you going? You're in lane 7.
Yeah, good. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Bit of fun. Bring your togs. Probably a good idea.
I will.
Rest of your toggies.
Yes, that might be a good idea.
50 free.
Oh,
You can-
okay.
You can do 50 free.
All right.
Can you?
Yes. I'll have to. Yeah. No, I will.
And you can, there's really nice bacon and egg wraps down there. So it's going to be a good morning, actually.
Put it all
Looking
on.
forward to it. Okay, we'll see you
Oh,
there.
awesome.
See you there.
I'm
Antje.
looking forward to it.
Fun.
So Antje's in 7. What's left now? 1 and 8.
Oh, what goes next?
Well, you should know.
I think lane 1.
Lane 1. Okay.
Lane 1. Sasha from Bell Bowery. You're in lane 1.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hey, how you going?
Good, thank you. That's
Good.
exciting. Lane 1. Is that
Yeah.
a good lane? I don't know.
Well, in proper swimming, it's not great, to be honest.
No.
But I think now that the pools have been modernised and they don't have the
Yes.
high sides with the... When I used to swim at Hibiscus
Oh, yeah.
Gardens, those high sides had big drains in them. And the frogs
Yeah.
used to hang out in the drains.
Oh, bugger that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I don't want any piece of
That's
that.
scary. You
Sasha-
shouldn't breathe that way. I wouldn't have breathed on that side.
Did you swim around Heron Island once?
Yeah,
That
so I
was
did
you.
a bit of a swim camp in June. Yeah, so we did a swim camp and we went swimming out on the reef, and then our last day we swam around the whole of Heron Island, and it was
What?
swimming with lemon sharks and stingrays. It was
Turtles?
proper
Did you
get-
see the baby turtles?
No, they're not there at that time of the year. They've all left.
Oh.
So there were a few big loggerhead turtles when we were there, and we swam with a black-tipped shark as well, which was fun.
That's scary.
You can have that.
Sounds fun.
Yeah,
though.
no,
Well,
it
it's
was
a good
actually
thing
really
the
cool.
turtles weren't there, actually, because then the sharks probably would have been sort of lingering around.
Yeah, probably a good thing. And the birds. There was no birds at that time, which
Okay.
was nice. So
Here I was
Yeah.
thinking she couldn't swim 50 metres. And she's all about the
I'm not. I swim at my own pace. I
Yeah.
like it. I enjoy it. It gives me zen, and I really love it.
Same.
So yeah,
I'm the same as you, and actually I love your song that you've put down to get you pumped up. It's one of my favourite songs too. Hold
I
On
know.
by Wilson
I love it.
Phillips.
It's one of my. It's my. I'm feeling down. It's last in
Yes.
the car. My kids always say,
What is
"Oh,
it?
Mama,
What do you-
put your Hold On by Wilson Phillips.
On.
Hold on for
Hold
one more
on
day."
for one more
Yeah.
day.
I think we're about to get it.
Which one was
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll just sing for us.
Wilson was the brunette.
Don't you know?
Don't you know? One. If you hold
on just for one more day.
Are you filling the lanes today, by the way? Is there one more?
One more,
Sorry?
yes. One more. Sorry, Sasha.
Just realised we
Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Lane 8.
She was fun.
Yeah, Troy.
She's my favourite.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
How you going?
Good, you're
Troy's
good,
my
good.
favourite
You're in
already.
lane 8 tomorrow.
Lane 8. Wonderful.
Lucky lane 8.
Well,
Now, who won from lane 8?
Duncan.
I don't know why am I yelling at you.
Kieran Perkins. Kieran Perkins won from lane 8 in the
come on.
1996 Olympics.
Didn't Duncan or...
I'm the world's slowest swimmer, so I don't think I'll be able to fill his shoes or his slippers.
Just go for it, mate. Do whatever you need to.
It'll be fun, though.
Now, where's all the information on this bloke that you guys are pulling out? Like,
Yeah,
your
well, I know
favourite songs
for
and
a
stuff?
fact that Troy has completed 3 Noosa triathlons. Is that correct?
That's correct, but it's probably the slowest times you've ever seen in your life. And I'm still stiff and sore from Sunday's race.
Oh, you did it Sunday.
Oh, it was
I
good
just did
recovery.
it Sunday, so my legs are still aching, but they're just coming good today, so I should be good for tomorrow.
He's a snake in the grass, this bloke.
Yeah, that's
like
okay.
he's playing it. He's
No
real
way.
humble, real modest.
Just driving
Yeah.
that price, you know.
What are you wearing tomorrow, Troy? Are you wearing dick stickers, or are you going the full sort of? What do you got?
Do you know, I do love some budgie smugglers. I've probably got about 50 different pairs, so it's going to be a tough choice. I'll have to go through my sock drawer and have a look what I've got.
My problem
Don't
is
just wear a sock.
the elastic.
You're going to be like Flea. He's going to be like Flea from the Peppers. You'll just come down with the sock.
Nice.
We'll wait and see. Yeah, so I'm pumped for it anyway. It should be a great morning.
Lane
Fun,
8.
yeah. We'll see you then.
Good
that's it.
way to start the day, isn't it? Nice fresh swim, bit
Perfect.
of coffee,
Perfect.
Nova FM. What more do you want?
Nothing.
There's our promo, mate. So you cut that up and play it every ad break.
Do you want the lineup?
Nice.
Got it.
Yes, please, Luttsy.
In lane 1, Sasha from Belbowie. In 2, it's Katrina from Ashgrove. Kirsten from Nudgee in 3. Susie O'Neill in 4. Claire from Roadvale in 5. Renee from Wellington Point in 6. Antje from Wynnum in 7. And Troy from Logan Reserve in lane 8. That is your lineup.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Bring it back.
We're doing Well, I mean, how interesting is this? We just had Tim Lester on the phone saying that the early markers that will come in,
Yes.
can be like a great indication for how the US election.
Yeah.
And then here we are. And we're about to do
Are you having a fit over there?
our own pre-polling result.
Pardon? What are you saying?
Well, I'll tell you what, this
Gee, she's tight.
it is. It's. I mean, we're comparing it to
talking
the
about?
election.
Oh, yes.
But this is almost like
Yes.
with about 400 yards to go
Check
in
this
yesterday's
out.
Melbourne
Oh,
Cup.
what? Okay, yeah.
In 4th place, 22% of the vote. Okay,
Yeah.
that's nearly a quarter of it, and it is. Ashley
I
Brandon.
knew it. No, it's not. I knew it.
Very good.
No.
Concede.
It's tight. It's tight, mate. Do not concede.
I'm going to stop
Donald.
now. Hey, take it off.
In joint 2nd place on 23%, Ashley.
Oh, come on. Vote for this song. This is a good song.
Which one are we
It's
going to go?
close.
Yeah, is
23%. Santa Monica. Everclear.
Who's this?
Everclear.
I mean,
Santa Monica.
who was it? Your choice?
Me, sorry. David.
David.
It's David.
David's choice.
I don't mind this one.
that is tied up also, and obviously 23% with No Doubts and Don't Speak, which
Good.
means
This
that
was
up,
you, wasn't it, Mitch?
This was me.
Yeah.
Which means that up in 1st place at the moment, the early voting on 31%.
Logan.
Susie's
Brisbane.
choice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy with this too.
Savage Garden.
This was my brother's name when he started in radio too.
Savage Gardener.
Over at B105.
Savage Garden.
No,
He-
Gardener.
He had to be. He was in the.
Hang
he was
on.
in the Black Thunders, and his first day at work,
Yeah. It's what?
he rocks up. And he has to go out and give out the icy cold cans of Coke. And they go, yeah, g'day, look, mate, all the best for today for your first day on the radio. Mate, you're going to be known as Savage Gardener from now on.
Really?
He was not Savage Gardener.
For a while there, you went for somebody like Savage!
Yeah, Savage!
He was known as
Really?
Savage.
He hated
Was
it.
he?
Legit.
Savage
I'm
Garden.
going to have to bring that back because
I
I
didn't know
remember
that.
that, as a young radio listener,
Yeah.
hearing a character called Savage Gardner.
that was my
I've
brother.
known you and your brother for nearly 20 years, and I've just found that out.
Yep,
They
that
used
was
to
it.
do it. It happened to all of them. Like that.
Yeah.
I remember we're sitting with a guy called Travis Winks at the Gabby. He was,
Oh,
he was-
yes.
he was doing the cricket, like, Australia's 4 for 122 at lunch. I'm Travis Winks for Triple M. And then Travis, it's Gary Drinkwater from Triple M. Mate, you're now known as Jerry Maguire.
The The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
7:53 with Ash Luttsy and Susie O'Neill.
It's election day today in the United States.
I think the first polls have closed, Ashley.
Already, I see that Donald Trump, he cast his vote earlier this morning. I think he was down in Florida. I haven't heard about Kamala Harris, but Tim Lester's covering all the action for Channel 7 News. He is the US correspondent, and of course you'll see all of his reports on the news tonight from 6. But Tim, are you in Washington, mate? And when are we expected to start getting the first signs of whoever's going to win it?
Well, I'm actually on a peninsula in Florida, Palm Beach, about probably 200 metres from Mar-a-Lago, and it's sumptuous view over the water. Donald Trump's in there at the moment and is expected to make a journey sometime in the next couple of hours out to give the speech that the world is watching. You know, is he accepting a victory? Is he claiming he had a victory when the numbers show he didn't and said it was stolen, or is he willing to concede? We'll find out, I guess. Results, most agree that the best early indicators will probably be a couple of really tight states in the east, North Carolina and Georgia, both of which count their votes pretty quickly. We'd expect that probably to start to take shape over the next 2 hours, and that'll be really interesting because if they show a move, they're virtually deadlocked at the moment. If they show a move one way or the other, they might give us a sense of which way the breeze is blowing for the whole of the country.
What about Pennsylvania, Tim?
That seems to be the big one, doesn't it?
Well, it is, but it's probably going to take a bit longer to count.
Right.
So while at the end of the day everybody's going to be going, it will be a vital state, and I think that's right. The earliest indication, I reckon, will come out of Georgia and or North Carolina, and they might give us a sense of the way the breeze is blowing.
Do you think there's ever been an election campaign like this before? I mean, we're almost all taking it in our stride, but the Democrats started off with the current president, then they replaced him with Kamala Harris. Donald Trump, there's been an assassination attempt on him once, maybe even twice with what happened at the golf course. It's been a bizarre election campaign up till now.
Nothing like it. It's quite extraordinary, profound events, basically from the time that Joe Biden so tanked in that debate in Atlanta, Georgia, back in June, that he killed his own political campaign. Well, there, straight out of the gun, is something we'd never seen. And, of course, the assassination attempts and everything else that's come with the campaign make it utterly extraordinary. The other point about it is that Donald Trump is, love him, and many do, or hate him, and many do that. He is quite a radical and volatile option, like it or hate it. So there is a feeling that there is a tremendous amount swinging on this election, and that, I think, gives it an edge as well.
Has it brought a lot of people out to the polls? You know, famously, they don't have to vote in America. So, but because of the drama around it, are more people getting to the polls this one?
Early vote was up over 80 million, which is quite extraordinary, and that suggests that we'll have a turnout perhaps even as good, maybe even a bit better than 2020, which itself was record-breaking at around 160 million. So, yeah, quite extraordinary and a very big turnout.
Oh, who knows what's going to happen, but we'll be able to follow it all throughout the day and, of course, watch it all tonight. 7 News with Tim Lester, the US correspondent over there from the hills in Florida, overlooking Mar-a-Lago. Thanks, Tim.
Enjoy it.
Thank you, mate. Bye.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are offering up to $35,000 cash back on their new homes for a limited time only. Discover how better begins with Brighton.
All right, Steve out of Redcliffe. We've spoken to you before, haven't we, mate?
Yes, you have.
Played twice before. It's 1-1, as a matter of fact. Now, hit it. Steve, hit it. Hit it.
Oh, I knew you were going to do that.
Hit it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
No air horn on this one.
That's all right, out in the peninsula.
What truck you in?
It's just Isuzu hook truck.
Isuzu truck.
Yeah. Not really a truck.
He's not a truck guy, is he? He's just doing his job.
Yeah, it's a pretend truck, really.
It's all right, mate. Let's rip into it, my friend.
Oh,
Let's go. I know you're a busy man. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. How many fingers make up an Arnott Scotch finger?
2.
What type of insect is a black widow?
Spider.
Which Brisbane band has a bridge named after them?
That Powderfinger.
What colour is the top stripe on the German flag?
Green.
Spell bulletin.
Bulletin.
Stop the clock.
Powderfinger Bridge. I like it.
Yeah. Only Brisbane band that's first came to my head and I couldn't get it out.
Okay, well, I think you've done pretty well, Steve. Giving yourself a definite chance. What did you have on the clock there?
3 seconds left.
3 seconds. Let's bring in the Gimp.
Mm-hmm. And the bass goes, bring in the Gimp, yeah, 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 bring in the Gimp, yeah. Get Susie started, yeah. Get Susie started, yeah. Get Susie started, yeah. Get Susie started, yeah. Gimp, Gimp, Gimp.
The Gimp.
The Gimp. Gimp. Bring in the Gimp. Gimp.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go then, Suze. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. How many fingers make up an Arnott Scotch finger?
2.
What type of insect is a black widow?
Spider.
Which Brisbane band has a bridge named after them?
The Go-Betweens.
What colour is the top stripe on the German flag?
Red.
Spell bulletin.
Bulletin.
Stop the clock.
You're right, buddy. Got a bit emotional there.
Yeah, well, you know,
the Go-Betweens.
Whenever I speak about bridges, it's my downfall.
Jeff Bridges.
Well, now, here I go. Here I go.
There you go. See, he's gone again.
What did Suze have there, mate?
9 seconds.
9 seconds. Smoked you on time, Steve. Smoked you.
Yeah.
How many fingers make up an Arnott Scotch finger? It's 2. And shout out to the Scotch finger, by the way. I mean, it's stood the test of time. It's been around for decades.
Pound for pound.
I concur.
Arnott Scotch finger, we speak your name.
We what?
Okay, we speak your name. Oprah used to say. Oprah.
Did she? I've never heard that
I don't know
before.
what that means.
I thought I was an Oprah fan, but I've never heard her say that.
I've never heard her say that.
You know,
And you can have one, and you have one, and you have one.
You have a Scotch finger.
And she'd say, we speak your name.
You have a Scotch finger.
What type of insect is a
I love
black
Scotch
widow?
fingers.
You both said spider. That's correct. 2-all.
Oh, 2-all.
Which Brisbane
Nah,
band
you got me.
has a bridge named after them? You said Powderfinger, Steve, which I'm all for.
Should.
Sue said the Go-Betweens. And that's
That's got to be it.
That's
Yeah,
it. Who are the Go-Betweens? What do they have?
They got a lady drummer. I know that. And I met a relative
at,
somewhere.
They got really old.
Streets.
On the streets. Is that them?
Yeah.
Of your town.
On
Is that
Streets
the
of Your
Go-Betweens?
Town.
Yeah.
Streets of Your Town.
That's your... Okay,
Great
I know that
song.
song.
Yeah.
3-2. Suze. What colour's the top stripe on the German flag? You both got it wrong. I don't remember what you said, but it's black.
Either do I.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it goes black, white, red, or is the yellow in there somewhere with the
Yellow.
Germans?
Black,
Yeah,
red,
I can't
yellow.
remember.
Yeah.
Spell bulletin, you both got that right. Bulletin. 4-3 victory, Susan O'Neill.
Oh, Stevie.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
But hit it, Stevie, hit it. Hit it. Hit it.
He doesn't want it.
Cute. That's a cute horn.
Yeah, that's about as... Yeah,
That's what
I
every
would
guy
even call
wants
it
to
that.
hear.
Yeah, that's a cute horn. Okay, I've got a double pass. Oh, sorry, I've got 4 tickets to see Gladiator 2. Paul Mescal, Pedro Pascal, directed by Ridley Scott, exclusive to cinemas on November 14. So you'll enjoy that. And I'll also throw in...
You wouldn't happen to have any vet vouchers in there, would you?
Vet vouchers. We don't have any vet. Well, who's sick?
It's got a big vet bill coming up next Wednesday. That's why I was hoping I'd bloody beat her, but
No,
yeah.
I haven't got any vet. I'll tell you what I have got, $100 Fit in the Cools voucher.
Sorry, Steve.
Yep.
I feel sorry
Excellent.
for you.
And nothing
Pet.
fixes a vet bill like a cold pint of Guinness.
All I can say is you must definitely be older than me if you got the go-between.
Stevie!
Late nominee for Caller of the Week right there. Stevie boy!
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.